basically it's called You're killing it, man. You're doing great.
High school is something I will never get out of, apparently.
I did amateur wrestling, carries notes. I said, goodness. Yeah. People call me, I just listen. You do have I was tired. Well, Christmas getting ready.
We ready? Outstanding. Get about 4 seconds of uncomfortable silence. I'll call this meeting of the Cartersville City Council to order. If you'll please stand for invocation and pledge.
Please bow with me as we pray. Our dear gracious Heavenly Father, we thank you for this evening. We thank you for the rain that you've given to us this past week, this past few days. And we ask that you would continue to give rain to South Georgia and watch over those that are fighting fires. Thank you for our public officers, and thank you for keeping them safe, our public safety officers. We ask a special blessing on them tonight, and thank you for several officers that are present tonight, and we ask a special blessing on them. Thank you for this National Day of Prayer and the opportunity to go before you and as a collective group and to ask for you to do things in our community that are in your control, and to lift up those who are in need, and ask for safety and protection of those who serve us. Go with us now as we do the business of the city. We ask that you would go before us and give us wisdom, and it's in your holy name we pray. Amen.
Amen. Please join me in the pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag
of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Ms. Drake, the roll, please.
Carrie Hodge, Ward 1. Here. Jay Stepp, Ward 2.
Here.
Carrie Roth, Ward 3.
Here.
Tyler Cooley, Ward 4.
Here.
Gary Fox, Ward 5. Alyssa Cordell, Ward 6. Here.
Thank you, Julia. First order of business is the approval of our council meeting minutes from April the 16th. I looked at them. I couldn't tell you if it was right or not. I was out in California. I hope you all had a good time. But now's the time to make any edits to those. If there are any corrections to be made, please note that now. And if there are none, a motion to approve them is in order.
Motion to approve.
Second.
All in favor indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Motion carries unanimously. I will entertain a motion to add 2 items to the agenda this evening.
So moved. Second.
All in favor indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Motion carries unanimously. Now that we've got everything rolling, let's slow it down. Chief Cloninger, come on forward and get us started with a well-deserved and special presentation.
Yes, sir, Mr. Mayor, City Manager, and Council, we appreciate the opportunity to go before you tonight. We want to publicly recognize one of our officers for her heroic actions for an incident that happened in October of 2025. Officer Tucker is our Cartersville High School. She received a strategic notification that one of the students had left the campus, attempted to cross the roadway on Highway 41 and was struck by a vehicle, suffered severe injuries. She responded immediately with some staff of Cartersville High School. Student had severe injuries, was bleeding heavily. Without hesitation, she used a belt, pressing makeshift tourniquet, slowed the bleeding. The student was bleeding heavily from an artery in the leg. Slowed the bleeding. Some other officers and first responders arrived on the scene to provide her with an actual tourniquet. She replaced the belt with the tourniquet, got the medical attention there. First responders, EMTs responded, took over the treatment of the patient, ultimately transported to the hospital. And speaking with doctors later, they confirmed had she not had the calm response and slowed the bleeding with the tourniquet, the student would undoubtedly not have survived. So she's being presented tonight with a well overdue award from this October incident. The highest award that we have is the life-saving award. We're going to present that to Officer Tucker tonight.
Thank you, Chief. Nowhere to, you could say there's nowhere to go but up, but down from here, but we're not going to do that at all. Because one of those added items tonight is the next item we'll handle, which is the appointment of Electric Director Tim Story.
Yes, Mayor and Council, it's my recommendation to recommend Tim Story as the next Electric Director. He stepped in as interim for the past month and a half, but it's my recommendation after working with Tim for many years that he is well qualified to do this role, and I recommend this for your approval this evening.
Thank you. Chair will entertain a motion.
Motion to approve.
Second.
All in favor indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
I'll say aye as well. Tim, come on forward and let's get you sworn in and all that other stuff. I want to thank you for stepping in very short notice, and I know you're going to do wonderful things, and I appreciate your years of dedication to the city and many other roles, and now as the head of our electric department. So thank you and congratulations.
Raise your right hand. solemnly swear or affirm that you will support the Constitution of the United States and of the state of Georgia, and that you will in all respects observe the provisions of the charter and ordinances of the city of Cartersville, and that you will faithfully discharge the duties of your office, so help you God.
Make any comment? You got a whole bunch of people here.
So obviously I want to say thank you to you, Mayor, Council, City Manager, my co-workers, both past and present, my family that's here to support me. I've had a lot of support through the years. It's something I couldn't do. I stand for the electric department, but without my past co-workers and my present co-workers, I wouldn't be Shady Moses, the person I am today. So I'm looking forward to serving the city and my co-workers in this community in a different format, and I just thank each of you for the opportunity.
Well deserved. Thank
You do
you.
a great job for us, Tim, so thank you for stepping up in this role.
Thank you. Now get to work. Well, let's clap. All right, now get to work. You got a couple of items on the agenda here.
Okay, Mayor, so the electric department, this is the second reading for the electric department service call policy and fee ordinance. This amends the electric system ordinance to clarify service call procedures. Basically, after the city determines the issue is on the customer's equipment, provides written notice, future calls, service calls without proof or repair will result in a minimum 2-hour charge plus additional hourly rates and costs for materials or resources used.
Thank you. Council, second time you've heard it. Any questions or comments? If there are none, a motion's in order.
Motion to approve.
Second.
All in favor indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Motion carries unanimously. Next item, please.
Thank you, Mayor. The electric department is requesting approval to purchase, purchase 12 25 kVA single transformers for the Merrill Bexley townhomes off of Center Road. We received 2 bids and 1 no bid, and then the bid from Gresco Utility Supply to be the best based upon price. The electric department is requesting authorization to purchase these units from Gresco Supply for a total of $29,676. This is a budgeted expense.
Thank you. Questions, comments, or motions?
Motion to approve.
Second.
All in favor indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Motion carries unanimously. Last one for you for now, I believe.
Yes, sir, Mayor. The electric department is requesting approval to purchase 2 25 kV switch gears for the Bartow County Courthouse / parking deck job project. We request authorization to purchase these 2 units from a sole source, Gresco Utility Supply, in the amount of $64,848. This also is a budgeted expense.
Thank you. Questions, comments, or motions?
Make a motion to approve.
Second.
All in favor indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Motion carries unanimously.
Thank you, Mayor.
Thank you, sir. Marshall Hathaway, you've got the next item, please. And actually, why don't we do this? Why don't we let you just sit up there and look good? And Tim, you brought so many people here. You folks are welcome to stay for the rest of the meeting, or maybe not, if you don't want to. Go ahead, Mark.
All right, Mr. Mayor and Council, we request approval and funding to increase the issue turnout gear for each for each firefighter from 1 to 2 sets. The goal is to significantly reduce firefighters' exposure to harmful contaminants while ensuring continuous operational readiness. We only have 1 set of gear that allows us to get the possible exposure to contaminants from dirty gear, so having that second set will allow us to not have to wear that to wear that dirty gear again. So the department has obtained 3 vendors quotes, and we recommend proceeding with the lowest responsible bidder and the current vendor that we use now, which is FireMaster. We recommend council approval for the purchase of 80 sets of additional turnout gear from FireMaster in the amount of $220,720 to enhance firefighter safety and maintain operational readiness.
And subject to the city manager and city attorney's final approval of that agreement.
Thank you. And these will be made over the next 4 years, if I remember correctly?
No,
What we're
I
doing?
said, we would work on that. Some agencies have done that. We're actually going to purchase it one time, so
Good.
actually they'll have a
Okay.
second set right away.
Great.
After we get these in.
Okay, thank you for that clarification. I misread that. Are there any questions or discussion? And if there's none, a motion's in order.
Make a motion to approve pending the manager and attorney's review.
Second.
All in favor indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Motion carries unanimously. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Mr. Greer, you're up.
Good evening, Mayor and Council. This first item is a support renewal for our 28 VPN solution. This is the software we use from all the first responder vehicles and all laptops to connect securely back in the city network. Total is $14,148 from 28. It's not a budgeted item, but we recommend this for your approval.
Thank you. Questions for Stephen on this item? If not, a motion. Oh, go
Came
ahead.
up here without any notes.
Hey,
I've been here 27 years.
Just take note of that.
Ask them a tough question.
duly noted. I wouldn't recommend, he knows the answer. Is that a motion somewhere
I'll make a
buried in
motion
there?
to approve.
Thank you.
Second.
All in favor indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Motion carries unanimously. Next item, please, Stephen.
Next item is a 40 Analyzer 300G. It's an appliance that we use to log from our firewalls. It's used for security analysis for cybersecurity. It is a 5-year contract for $45,000. It's not budgeted. This is a 2026 cost purchase. We have to get 60% of it back because it's part of the cybersecurity grant that we just applied for.
Okay, wonderful. Thank you.
And also, Stephen brought this to my attention that the pricing increase have gone up, obviously with data centers and everything growing, their demand for IT equipment, he's exceeding 10 to 20% price increases on this, so we're going to save that cost. Stephen is looking forward to that, so I do recommend approval of this, getting these items now.
Gotcha. All right, any other discussion? If not, a motion's in order.
Motion to approve.
Second.
All in favor indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Motion carries unanimously. Thank you. Chief Cloninger, you're back up. Before you start with that, I mean, I didn't really give Officer Tucker an opportunity to speak. I don't know if she didn't look like she wanted to, but,
She probably did not.
okay.
Modest.
I know that.
But I did forget to mention that she was nominated by the local Elks Lodge for Bartow County Officer of the Year for that incident. She was awarded that award, and then that put her in the running for a state award, which she also won. So she'll be receiving that award later this year at an event they have in, I think, Jekyll Island. So,
Thank you. All right, go ahead.
all right.
Well, actually, do you care to share any comments or anything? I did kind of read the room and it didn't feel like you wanted to, but I also didn't want to cut you out of that. Thank you. Go ahead,
All right.
Chief.
All right, we're seeking approval to purchase 2 E-Z-Go Express gas golf carts. They'll be used in the downtown area for special events, the park, the high school, various uses. They'll be used to replace the one existing golf cart we have that's approximately 20 years old. And we took bids from a couple of vendors, the lowest bid being from West Georgia Golf Carts at a price of $11,551 per cart. There'll be 2 of those, and an upfitting cost of approximately $3,500. So the total cost of the purchase would not exceed $26,000. It was not budgeted in this year's budget. We're going to seek it next year, but because of the surplus, we're coming before you now and asking for approval.
Thank you for that. Questions for Chief on this item? If not, a motion's in order.
Make a motion to approve.
Second.
All in favor indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Motion carries unanimously. Next item, please, Chief.
The next item is we are seeking your approval to renew our subscription with Calio, which is a covert audio video recording software that we use for covert operations for undercover purchases, alcohol, drugs, whatever. It's a 5-year subscription, which will lock in our pricing for 5 years at a cost of $8,110 per year. The total cost for the length of the subscription is $40,550. This is a budgeted item, but it's going to be paid for with asset forfeiture funds.
Okay. Thank you. Questions on this item? And if not, a motion's in order.
Make a motion to approve.
Second.
All in favor indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Motion carries unanimously. Thank you, Chief.
Thank
Mr.
you.
Archer, you got the next handful here.
Good evening, Mayor and
Good
Council.
evening.
Parks and Recreation requests approval of purchase of 2 40-foot flagpoles for the 2 renovated softball fields at Dillinger Park. The cost of the poles will be $11,115, with installation being $3,100. Pennant Construction, the general contractor for the project, assisted in obtaining these quotes. The poles will be purchased from Federal Flags, while the installation will be handled by Allegiance Flag Company. The total cost of the two quotes is $14,215. We recommend approval.
Thank you. Questions, comments, or motions?
Motion to approve.
Second.
All in favor indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Motion carries unanimously. Next item, please, David.
Okay, Parks and Recreation requests approval of a quote from ABC Fence for fencing behind the bleachers for fields 1 and 2. The cost of the poles will be $15,298.15, plus the 5% for bonding and CMAR, for a total of $16,491.40. Pennant Construction, the general contractor for the project, assisted in obtaining these quotes. The fencing addition will allow for a much safer area underneath the bleacher areas of the fields. We recommend approval.
Thank you. Any discussion? If not, a motion's in order.
Motion to approve.
Second.
All in favor indicate by saying aye. Aye. Motion carries unanimously. Next item, please, David.
This is for the gazebo roof replacement. Parks and Recreation is looking for approval of the quote from All Top Roofing to replace the roof at the Dellinger Pond gazebo. We received 4 bids for this project, including Bartow Roofing, All Top Roofing, and Rooks Roofing. All Top Roofing was the best proposal at a total of $25,300. This is a budgeted item, and we recommend approval.
Thank you. Questions, comments, or motions?
Motion to approve.
Second.
All in favor indicate by saying aye. Aye. Motion carries unanimously. You have any idea how old that, I don't know why you would, but any idea how old that
pretty
roof
old.
is? Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty
I
old.
don't ever remember it being replaced, do you? No. Yeah. Anyway, next item.
Senior Aquatic Center roof replacement. We are seeking approval for the quote from Bartow Roofing to replace the roof of the Senior Aquatic Center. We received 3 bids for this project, including All Star Roofing and All Top Roofing. Bartow Roofing was the best proposal with a total of $33,372. This is a budgeted item, and we recommend approval.
Thank you. Questions for this item? If there are none, a motion's in order.
Make a motion to approve?
Second.
All in favor indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Motion carries unanimously.
Okay, the next one is Dellinger Softball Fieldhouse change order, and we're requesting approval of a change order for all items related to the addition of central heat and air in the batting cage area of the field house as related to the project. This will include a 7.5-ton unit, electrical installation, concrete pad for the unit, framing, and masonry. The Cartersville school system will reimburse the city in the amount of $80,660 to cover the full cost of this increase to the new contract sum. We recommend approval.
Thank you for that. Any discussion? If not, a motion is in order.
Make a motion to approve?
Second.
All in favor indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Motion carries unanimously. Thank you, David. Mr. Forsyth, you're up.
Good evening, Mayor and Council. The first item is a flex wing rotary cutter. This piece of equipment is used on our biosolids land application farm as well as other areas several times a year to clean fence lines and other brushed areas. The current unit is about 35 years old, and it's needing a lot of repair and work over the past 5 years. So we're looking to replace that. The low bid was from Lawfridge Equipment Company in Lafayette, Georgia for $29,421.67. That is a budgeted item. I recommend for your approval.
Thank you. Any discussion? If there's none, a motion's in order.
Motion to approve.
Second.
All in favor indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Motion carries unanimously. Next item, please, Sydney.
Yes, sir. This is a request to purchase 4 eye hydrants. They actually don't look a lot like that. They have a taller hat on them. You may have seen some of those around the county. The county has several of those, and they have a thick collar around them. That's the communication and sensing piece of it.
Should we blame Ava or Logan for that? The wrong picture. I'm just kidding.
Blame me.
There you go. Go ahead. I'm just kidding.
What was that? Oh, the eye hydrant. Yes. They're used to place in strategic locations around the city to sense, remotely sense pressure and temperature, so we'll be able to know if there is a pressure drop or a significant leak in these areas where these hydrants are at. the minimum purchase for those is 4 hydrants, so we have to buy 4. And the quote from our supplier, Ferguson Waterworks, is $27,761.84. This is also a budgeted item that I recommend for your approval.
Thank you.
They'll tie into our present.
AMI, it's different, but Sydney's people will be able to, basically on their iPhones, whatever, monitor that information, similar to the AMI, but just using that technology. And in the future, Sydney and I talked about this even when Bob was here, looking at AMI to put on the water lines and stuff to test the pressures, make sure throughout the city and stuff. So this is one way of doing that. I thank Sydney for bringing this to our attention and moving forward in this new technology.
Is there any other training that the fire department has to have? Are they any different than the other fire hydrant?
It works exactly the same. It has a collar on it. The maintenance is exactly the same. It looks just like it, just has a taller collar. It has a wire that goes down through the dry barrel. The barrel still remains dry, so there's no water in the barrel. So if someone hits it, it's not, it'll destroy a $6,000 hydrant, but it won't spray water everywhere. The sensor actually goes through the foot and into the water main, so it doesn't have to have water in the hydrant to sense this.
Okay. Thank you. Any other questions? If not, a motion's in order.
Make a motion to approve the purchase.
Second.
All in favor indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Motion carries unanimously. West Side Feeder Bid Award.
Yes, sir. This
You're spending a lot of money tonight, by the way. We're using a lot of the revenue bonds that we have. So, again, not faulting you, but I think when people hear us just go quickly approve these things, we've seen them in advance. These are approved purchases, and these are, quite frankly, these next two are significant projects that you've put many, many years of work into. So, again, as we move quickly through these, there are substantial amounts of money, but this isn't something we just decided yesterday or just started working on a week ago. So, thank you.
Yes, sir. This particular item, we started working on design in 2023. So it's 3 years that took us to get to this point. This is approximately a 5-mile, 36-inch diameter water main, essentially following Nancy Creek or Burnt Hickory Road from Highway 113 to Highway 41 at Cassville Road. It will essentially create a looped system of large diameter water mains, increasing our reliability, redundancy, and serviceability on the perimeter of our system, where our largest customer, singular, ties into our system. We received 7 contractor bids for this, with the low bid also being the best bid from Unity Construction for $28,209,828.55. This is a budgeted bond-funded item. I recommend for your approval.
Thank you. Any discussion? If not, a motion's in order.
Motion to approve.
Second.
All in favor indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Motion carries unanimously. Next item, please.
Yes, sir. The final item that I have is the guaranteed maximum price, or GMP, the final GMP for this project. So I should bring no more back to you for the wastewater plant expansion project. This will get us to the end of that project. It'll add a lot of equipment, a lot of site work. It will get us to 25 million gallons per day capacity, and that's average day capacity. Peak day will go up to almost 70 million gallons per day with this project. Hopefully we don't get there, but if we need to. The price for this GMP is $136,347,185. That brings the total project cost to $252,331,000. And included in that are contingencies and allowances equaling about $26 million. So if we mind our P's and Q's and do our jobs correctly, it should come in under that price.
The revenue bond issue was 280?
It was 250.
250, okay.
250, yes.
Thank you. Okay. Any other questions or discussion?
I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
I'm sorry.
That's okay.
Additionally, I'd like to recommend that you award this bid contingent upon the approval letter from the consultant engineer. I've received verbal approval from them, but I haven't received the written award recommendation from that. So I want to wait until I get that before we officially award
And we don't
this bid.
expect it to change, the number to change, but city's already got the verbal approval, but we just want to get the official in writing that our engineering firm has signed off on this.
Okay. Thank you. Council, if you'll note that in your motion, that'd be great. Is there any discussion? If there's none, a motion is in order.
I make a motion to approve the GMP number 3 contingent on the final approval from the engineer and the city attorney.
Second.
All in favor indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Motion carries unanimously. And I think that's it for you, isn't it? Yeah.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, Wade's been chomping at the bit back there. Good evening, Mr. Wilson.
Good evening, Mr. Mayor and Council. I promised to ask for less money than he did. First item is Etowah Drive and Lee Street Pocket Park. We're trying to complete that. We have some work to be done within the right-of-way of Etowah and Lee, and we're looking to have a contractor do that. We've received 3 quotes. Summit Construction was the lowest quote at $69,682.94, and we recommend approving this work. And this money will be paid out of the interest accrued from our ARPA funding that we received a few years back.
Thank you. Any questions or discussion? You don't have to read that ARPA.
No.
Okay.
Not on this, since
Good.
we're just
Thank you.
using
We're
the,
not legal, we basically, all the interest earnings, we could have put them in the general fund, put it into use. We don't have to turn that money back in. So.
Great. Chair will entertain a motion.
Motion to approve.
Second.
All in favor indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Motion carries unanimously. Next item, please,
thank
Wade.
you. This second item, the next item is storm sewer inspection cameras, a pole camera. We are requesting to purchase this through from Environmental Products Group at a quoted price, which is a Sourcewell pricing of $21,661. It's not a budget item, but we can purchase it through the budget transfer within our capital outlay in stormwater.
Okay.
We recommend approval of purchase.
Thank you.
This
Questions,
purchase.
comments, or motions?
Make a motion to approve the purchase.
Second.
All in favor indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Motion carries unanimously. Last one for you, Wade.
Yes, the next one, we in trying to improve our solid waste program, we are looking at installing cameras as well as software tablets on several of our routed vehicles. We actually got a price from Third Eye, who we actually have demoed their cameras and software through. We're planning on putting these on 13 different vehicles. They're proposing to do this, the installation of all the camera softwares, for a lump sum of $73,908.88, and with an annual subscription rate of $9,677. We do have some work to do with this service agreement, and so we're asking that this get approved with subject to review from the city manager and a city attorney.
Thank you for that.
This is a budgeted item and will be paid through FY26 SPLOST.
Thank you. Any questions? If not, a motion's in order.
Make a motion to approve the purchase pending the city manager and city attorney's review.
Thank you. Do I have a second?
Second.
All in favor indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Motion carries unanimously. And that's it for you. And Mr. Foy, you are up.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor and Council. The city has received concerns from residents, some of which I see have shown up, regarding vehicle speeds and traffic safety along Belmont Drive, particularly between Carter Grove Boulevard and the clubhouse as you come from Carter Grove Boulevard. A traffic study, actually multiple traffic studies have been conducted by Public Works, and they both were 48-hour studies, and both of them demonstrated that the 85th percentile speed was more than a good bit more than the posted speed limit. One we did, the first one we did was came out 38 miles an hour for the 85th percentile speed. Based on these findings and resident feedback, staff evaluated traffic calming measures and are recommending the installation of a speed table on Belmont Drive between Rock Ridge Court and Grove Point Way. I think Ava's got a map up there. It sort of shows what we're talking about. We also put some stakes out there at one point to show everybody what we were talking about. The cost of materials for this speed table is $8,100 and is to be paid for by the neighborhood, the HOA, to the city paving contractor, which right now is the Surface Masters. The speed table will be constructed by the city paving contractor once the associated ordinance amendment process is complete. Public Works recommends approval of this speed table installation, and this is a first reading. After talking with city attorney, there's be 2 readings of this.
Why would we not just raise the speed limit to 40 out there and people wouldn't be speeding on the road anymore?
Well, that's true, but.
I'll leave it at that. Thank you, Stephen. Any questions for Stephen on this at this time? As part of the process, as you mentioned, we do have a public hearing and then a first reading, and then we'll do the same thing at our next meeting. So at this time, Stephen, if you'll step aside, I'll open up the public hearing for anybody who wishes to step forward to speak for or against this proposed Belmont Drive speed table. And for anybody that does come forward, if you'd please give your name and your address so that our clerk can put it in our minutes for the meeting. So thank you.
Good evening. Good evening, Council. My name is Tyler Mewborn. I'm actually on the ad hoc board for the Carter Grove Homeowners Association. I do live on Belmont, a bit further down past the Mart location. But we have residents that live all up and down Belmont that are extremely concerned with the speeding problems that we're having. As Stephen said, we did do multiple requests on different areas of Belmont. We did 2 in that exact location, and with the threshold for a speed table recommendation of being 10 miles over the speed limit, in one of the directions it was 18 miles an hour over. It's becoming an increasing problem with just the more houses that we have back there. The roads are still relatively open, so we just have a lot more people driving through, and speeding is just a major concern. Another thing is down near where you actually see the red point, we've actually opened up a lot more amenities in our neighborhood with the growing. So we have basketball court, we have pickleball courts, we have tennis courts. Summer's about to start. We've got kids all over the place now with all that stuff open. And with the increase of just people in general being outside, we're a golf cart community. We've got, you've probably seen e-bikes, e-scooters. We've got kids riding up and down the roads. And so with the speeding, it just caused there's a lot more potential for things to happen, especially with that area having a median. If somebody's on the road, you can't really get out of the way too well. We do have a sidewalk on one side, but it's not always utilized. So people who are driving 45, 50, 60 miles an hour on a 25 road with golf carts and stuff like that, it's more likely to happen than not. That's just the concerns that we've expressed with, lots of our neighbors. So I appreciate your consideration.
Thank you. I'll make one comment since you're on the HOA board, and I do drive that road frequently to get to that golf course. But I will say that relative to golf carts, if you would, as part of the HOA board, remind people that it's not just any golf cart, and it's not just any driver, and that those are supposed to be registered with the city.
Correct.
And that people that have toddlers shouldn't be carrying them in their arms. It's the same as if you're in a regular vehicle.
Oh, yeah.
Knock on wood every day that there has not been an incident with a vehicle and a golf cart since we've had golf carts in the city. But if you just make sure that the HOA is aware of that, because again, it's all about putting in speed tables for safety. Yep. I think that if you just pass that along to your folks.
Oh, for sure. We definitely understand, and we're right alongside of you in sharing those concerns. And so we do our best. Like I said, it's a growing community. It's a lot of people, and so.
Absolutely.
But yes, definitely agree.
Thank you for your comments.
Thank you.
Thank you. Anybody else wishing to step forward, speak for or against at this time?
My name is Elizabeth Alifi, and I live at 252 Belmont Drive. Tyler's about 2 doors down from him. And I was kind of wondering, I know that we had a speed table or a speed study done closer to where he and I live, down towards that little red dot at one point. And at the same time, there was a very large sign placed to help with a resident, or based on a resident complaint about the speeding, that said slow down. And it seems like it may have been counterintuitive to getting an accurate result on what that speed study should have looked like, because it came in below the threshold for a speed table. And there really, really should be one past where the clubhouse, like Tyler said, there should be one down that way. Is there any way that we could get that redone without having to wait for the 2-year period for renewal?
I'll let Stephen address that. You already stepped away.
I'm sorry?
Stephen.
Yep.
Yeah. I don't mind doing it. If it's
That's
yeah,
fine.
all right with everybody, yeah.
Okay.
We've done multiple, like you said, we work with them and
Yeah.
done, gosh,
We'll be
probably
able
4
to-
or 5, within.
In that spot, like, are we able to do that, or?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, we work with homeowners and put them,
Okay, I didn't know, because I
All
was
kinds of
only
different-
thinking that there was a wait, like a wait for a 2-year period to redo it.
there is something, if there's an official request according to our ordinance for speed table and writing, but I don't mind doing another study. I mean,
Thank you.
I do studies.
Thank you. Appreciate that.
Could I ask a question?
Absolutely.
Mr. Foy while he's up there. So engineering wise, does one speed table work, or would there need to be two?
There's a zone of influence with a speed table. You can usually look at that in terms of about 300 feet either side of it. So, yeah, I'm not going to say that would, influence all of Belmont Drive, but in that area it would. I like to take an iterative approach to this kind of stuff. Sometimes people think they want speed humps just the whole way, and then later on they're asking to get them removed. So, and it is a cost to the HOA. So, the way it's set up in the ordinance, typically, unless there's a hardship. So, me and Tyler talked about it, and we talked to the group too, and they were.
In the past, what it's been explained to me is that, like, there is, like you said, there is a zone of influence, and then usually there's got to be two, or I know in one instance there was going to be like 5, and I did not want 5. It was going to be way too many, but perhaps if they're desiring one further south or further south, I guess that's south, not that south, but anyway, if they're desiring another one, it might be
right.
The study may show that.
So you're going to do a study and just continue to work with the neighborhood like
Yes.
you did on this first one?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
And we can't put slow down signs, so we know if people really driving fast. That was a big part of that.
Right.
Tell them to slow down before they be tested.
Yeah. I think the police department had that out, but, we need to.
We'll work on that one, make sure we get
Coordinate.
an accurate study.
Okay. Any other questions for Mr. Foy on this? Thank you, Steve. Anybody else? Public hearing, everybody good? Okay, thank you. I'll close the public hearing for it again. Oh, I'm so sorry, sir. Step forward, please. I apologize.
I could have spoke louder. Hi, my name's Ryan Beeland. I as well live in Carter Grove Plantation. I'll say I've never been here and spoken to a committee like you. I've got 4 children. I live outside of the visible map. You did bring up good questions when it comes to some of the further issues that many people have brought up in the neighborhood. I bring 2 children to the school, and unfortunately, there's been plenty of mornings that I get passed. And even with police intervention, it's not perfect. I did read the studies, and it was alarming to see that people were doing up to 80 miles an hour in the neighborhood. So I understand there's an 85 percentile and 35 miles an hour, but that's fast. I would say there's probably not another neighborhood in Cartersville where I've seen that. And you're right, 5 isn't the answer. I don't know what the answer is. But it's not comforting. I don't want to let my children walk on the sidewalk because there's a lot of traffic violations that happen, and I hope this speed bump helps resolve the issue, because more and more people are moving in, and it's going to grow. People's solution is clogging up the street and stopping the community from making money at that golf course, because people who golf speed through there. I don't really know where I'm going with this.
You're in favor of the speed tables is what it sounds like.
Yes.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I don't think it'll be a satisfaction to the long-term problem that neighborhood experiences, and I hope we can see as a community that problem go away. That's all.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Sir, can you please give me your address?
Oh, yes, I'm sorry. 302 Belmont Drive.
Thank
Thank you. Anyone else? Thank you. I'll close the public hearing for this. And again, this is a first reading, and we'll take this up for final consideration after another public hearing at our next meeting. That will be May 21st. Thank you for that. And we will move on. Main Street Sidewalk Project. Mr. Foy, you're back up. And again, as I told the people earlier, y'all are welcome to stay and hang out. And if not, you're welcome to move along and enjoy your evening, and thank you for participating. So, go ahead, Mr. Foy.
Right, thank you, Mayor and Council. Public Works is requesting approval for Mayor and Council to execute a GDOT indemnification agreement. This is associated with the Main Street Sidewalk project that has already been brought up. I have started online a permit request to GDOT, and to complete this permit request, we have to include this form. It's a standard form that releases GDOT from liability associated with anything that happens while our crews are working in their right-of-way. Public Works recommends approval of this agreement so the proposed sidewalk improvements can be permitted by GDOT and the project can move forward.
Thank you. Any questions on this item? If there are none, a motion is in order.
Motion to approve.
Second.
All in favor indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Motion carries unanimously.
Okay.
Next item.
Okay, yeah, Dothan, the next one, Dothan Ferry Road projects, plural, GMC Design Services widening and a multi-use path. Public Works requests approval of proposals from GMC for engineering design services related to the Dothan Ferry Road widening project, PI number 0007494, and a separate multi-use path along Dothan Ferry Road. The widening project requires additional design work to meet GDOT requirements and maintain eligibility for state and federal construction funding, while the multi-use path, which is a separate proposal, is proposed as a separate project in response to public input to avoid delays to the road project. Total cost of the widening project design services is $422,981, with additional design cost of $39,000 for the multi-use path, which has been proposed as a separate proposal. These items are unbudgeted and will be funded through 2020 SPLOST. Approval will allow both projects to move forward without impacting on the current project schedule. Public Works recommends approval.
Thank you. Questions for Stephen on these projects? If there are none, a motion to approve is in order. Or a motion is in order for that matter.
Motion to approve.
Second.
All in favor indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Motion carries unanimously. Thank you, sir. Dan, you're up.
Yes, Mayor, this is environmental assessment, 501 Douglas Street. Council approved that purchase at the last meeting. We need to add that to the geohydro study for environmental assessment, and this is recommended for your approval, subject to final approval of city manager, city attorney, because let me take some language out of that contract.
Thank you. Motion is in order.
Motion to approve.
Second.
All in favor indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Motion carries unanimously. Next item, please.
This annual strategic national stockpile agreement with the Bartow County Health Department in case they need to use our civic center for any particular reason. This agreement allows them to do so. I recommend approval for the mayor to sign this agreement.
Thank you. Once again, questions, comments, or motions?
Motion to approve.
Second.
All in favor indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Motion carries unanimously. Mr. Lovell,
Yes, Mayor,
CSX
this is
encroachment
an
agreement.
encroachment agreement with CSX related to the west side feeder main, which Sydney explained to y'all earlier. It is recommended by staff for your approval, though 2 sections do need to be deleted from said agreement.
Thank you. Any discussion? If there's none, a motion's in order.
Make a motion to approve pending the removal of a couple sections for the attorney.
Second.
All in favor indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Motion carries unanimously. You've got the next one, Keith.
Yes, Mayor, as I mentioned at the last meeting, y'all be seeing several of these over the next few months as the city and the county swap some sewer facilities. This is another assignment of sewer facilities easement. It is recommended by staff for your approval.
Thank you. Questions, comments, or motions?
Motion to approve.
Second.
All in favor indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Motion carries unanimously. Mr. Morgan, you're up.
Yes, sir. Good evening, Mr. Mayor and Council. We need to, or asking approval to move forward with the Georgia Power Encroachment Agreement. It also is for an easement as we cross through 3 transmission lines for Fibercom to feed the CPD firing range. Legal has reviewed this, and we're just asking for your permission to move forward.
Thank you. Any questions for Freddie on this? If there are none, motion's in order.
Make a motion to approve.
Second.
All in favor indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Motion carries unanimously.
Thank you.
Mr. Friery, you've got the next 3, please.
Thank you, Mayor. Good evening.
Good evening.
Good evening, council members. This first item is a relocation agreement between the city and Racetrack Incorporated for the relocation of an existing 12-inch high-pressure natural gas main in conflict with the construction of a proposed racetrack gas station on US 411 Rome Highway in the estimated amount of $314,835. This agreement has been approved by the city attorney, and the gas system recommends council approval for the city to enter into this agreement.
Thank you. Any questions for Brian on this? If not, a motion's in order.
Make a motion to approve.
Second.
All in favor indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Motion carries unanimously. Next item, please.
Okay, the second item is an encroachment agreement between the city and Georgia Power Company for the, between the city and Georgia Power Company for the encroachment of an existing Georgia Power right-of-way along Cassville White Road with a proposed 6-inch high-pressure steel natural gas main associated with a recently approved extension project. This agreement has been approved by the city attorney, and the gas system recommends council approval for the city to enter into this agreement.
Thank you. Any questions? If not, a motion.
Make a motion to approve the agreement.
Second.
All in favor indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Motion carries unanimously. Next item.
Third and last item is a purchase bid award for 1,365 lineal feet of 12-inch steel pipe for the racetrack relocation project, which relocation agreement was just previously approved. The bids were requested from 3 material suppliers, and of the 2 bids received, considering the delivery times, Consolidated Pipe and Supply of Birmingham, Alabama submitted the best bid of $59,241. This is not a budgeted item. However, it is fully reimbursable by the project's developer, and the gas system recommends council approval to award this item, this bid purchase, to Consolidated Pipe and Supply of Birmingham, Alabama in the amount of $59,241.
Thank you. Any questions? If not, a motion is in order.
Motion to approve.
Second.
All in favor indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Motion carries unanimously. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Mr. Foy, you're back for more.
Yes, sir. Thank you, Mayor and Council. Yes. Public Works is seeking permission for the mayor and council to approve a grant application to GDOT to receive FY 2026 local road assistance monies that have been made available. We're proposing to submit a partial road paving list for next year at this time to take advantage of this grant opportunity that must be filled out by June 15th, 2026 to take advantage of this grant application. The list includes resurfacing approximately 2.4 miles of city streets, including Current Street, Central Avenue, Lucky Street, Stonehenge Court, Terrell Drive, Cherry Street, Woodcrest Drive, and Ridge Road Drive. As I mentioned before, that's just a partial list of next year's proposed paving contract. This grant amount that GDOT has made available for Cartersville is $401,870.31 and requires no match if the completed grant paperwork is filed in time and approved. The local government has to be in audit and compliance, as well as compliance with Department of Community Affairs minimum standards under the Georgia Planning Act related to immigration and the Service Delivery Strategy Law. As I mentioned before, this grant requires a 0% local match, and this list of roads will be included with additional roads as part of the annual LMIG paving contract as part of the normal annual paving budget. We recommend approval of this grant application.
Thank you. Questions for Stephen on this? I do want to thank the state of Georgia in advance, should we get this grant, but I mean, additional $400,000 to pave roads. That's pretty nice of them. So if there's no other questions or comments, motion's in order.
Make a motion to approve.
Second.
All in favor indicate by saying aye. Aye. Motion carries unanimously. Thank you, Stephen. And you got one more.
Okay, yes, sir. Public Works is requesting approval for the mayor and council to make a resolution in support of the preferred intersection improvement alternative proposed by GDOT at the intersection of Joe Frank Harris and Felton Road. GDOT has requested that local support the preferred alternative be documented before any improvements are made by GDOT. GDOT has recognized that there are certain operational and safety concerns at this intersection, particularly on the Felton Road leg that's on the, that'd be on the, what, the east side, I guess, if Joe Frank Harris north-south, of the intersection for westbound traffic. The attached exhibit, GDOT shows the different alternatives that GDOT has developed for consideration, as well as the projected impacts of each alternative. Based on their analysis, it appears that alternative 2 is the preferred alternative based on projected operational and safety improvements, as well as the best benefit cost ratio. Public Works recommends approval of alternative 2 proposed by GDOT. GDOT has indicated that any improvements made by GDOT as part of this proposal will be completely funded by GDOT, so there's no cost to the city of Cartersville.
Thank you. And they're giving us an opportunity to pick which one, and you're recommending one, but, I mean, this is pretty much happening is what I'm hearing, right?
Not if we don't show support for any of them.
Gotcha.
But they will do it if we show support for.
Gotcha. Okay. Thank you. And so, is there any other discussion or questions?
How many other businesses is that left in right out, like the Taco Bell? Is it affected other business?
Taco Bell and Martin's.
Martin's, be on that side of the street there.
On that side, yes, sir.
And you got like Sherwin-Williams on the north side of that, and Pizza Hut and other businesses there, which you can go up 41 a little further past the Circle K and turn right into the shopping center to get into those places' business, or you go down Felton Road, as Steve mentioned in the work session, to
Maple Ridge Road.
and come in the back way of those businesses there.
And I meant to ask you in work session, GDOT doesn't have to go to the businesses and ask them if they're concerned about the changes?
I would need to ask them about that. I don't, if it's not a project that follows the plan development process, if it's like a quick response project, they might not have to do that. I think it depends on the process that they follow and the scale of it. A lot of times these intersection type projects, they don't necessarily have to. But if it's a big project, I mean, they do.
Okay. Any other questions or discussion? If not, Chair will entertain a motion.
Motion to approve.
Second.
All in favor indicate by saying aye. Aye. Motion carries unanimously. Thank you. Mr. Lovell, you got next.
Yes, Mayor. The next item is a resolution supporting our amicus participation with the City of Milton in a lawsuit they have pending before the Supreme Court. It is recommended by staff for your approval.
Thank you. Questions, comments, or motions?
Motion to approve.
Second.
All in favor indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Motion carries unanimously. You have one item, you have your one item and then the other added item. If you'll handle those, please.
Both of these are denial of ante litem notice claims via resolutions. The first one is from a Mr. Evans. It is recommended by staff for your approval at this time.
Chair will entertain a motion.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Motion carries unanimously. Next item.
And the second one is same thing by Ms. Bowles.
Thank you. Chair will entertain a motion.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Thank you. Mr. Morgan, you got the last item.
Yes, sir.
Item number, that's actually not item number 40.
Yes.
Wow. We've done a lot tonight.
Yes. We're requesting approval to move forward with surplus items from the departments. We had a couple additional items, another vehicle, and then some items from the gas department. We're requesting approval to dispose of those according to city policy.
Thank you. Any discussion? If not, a motion's in order.
Motion to approve. Second.
All in favor indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Motion carries unanimously. Thank you. Is there any other business that needs to come before the city council this evening? Anyone? 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 I do have a couple things. I know we've been here a while, but I do want to make mention they're certainly all noteworthy. our condolences out to the folks in Uharli. They lost JoJo Turner, who served as a Uharli council member since 1988, I believe. And so our thoughts are with the loss of a council member out in Uharli. A little closer to home, the Cartersville high school community and the Cartersville city community, and indeed our entire community, lost Mark Collier earlier this week unexpectedly, and just want to make note of that as somebody who, as you see posts online for those that knew him, it's a reminder that tomorrow's not a given, and that we will be remembered by how we treated people and how we made them feel when we were around them. So Mark was certainly one of those people that was always quick to lend a helping hand and be a supportive voice, and he will definitely be missed, not just at the high school, but throughout our community. And lastly, but certainly not leastly, I want to make note of a fundraiser that's going on for young Ian Walker. He's the son of one of our police officers, and they're having a fundraiser, a barbecue fundraiser this morning, or excuse me, on Saturday. They're having a fundraiser for him at Cartersville Strength and Fitness on West Avenue starting at 11 o'clock, and that is because he has been diagnosed with nodular lymphocyte predominant Hodgkin lymphoma. And so, again, it's somebody in our community, one of our officers, and so if you are around and would like to contribute to that, I just felt that was worth sharing tonight. Anything else from council? Baseball tomorrow, doubleheader, as Cartersville makes it to the round of 8 and hopefully moves on from there. If there is nothing else, Chair will entertain a motion to adjourn. Stay go. Wow. There we go.